Have your crew step out, or we will kill you.
Fall before me, insects. I will crush you, and then lay waste to this insignificant world.
What's up, guys? This is Pickup Ranger Autobahn 97. After a long time, back with another video review. And today, finally, because it's better late than never, right? We're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Masterpiece movie series, MPM-13 Blackout with Scorponok. And wow, just wow. I mean, I was so looking forward to getting this guy, and now I finally have it in my hands. I missed out on the original Studio Series version of this character, and it's going after so many ridiculous prices in the aftermarket, so I had no option but to get this. But I'm glad that I did, and it is my second Masterpiece Bayverse Decepticon here after Barricade, which I'll put the picture right here. But for the packaging here, you got the really nice image here of Blackout in his robot and helicopter mode, and along with Scorponok here, right there. You got the Transformers first movie logo right there. You got the Masterpiece movie series logo. You got the Articulation, Transformers, Hasbro, and as you can see, there's really different about this box. You can see here on the top of the Masterpiece movie series logo, you get the 15th anniversary of the Transformers live-action movies, which makes sense because he was the first Decepticon to reveal himself in the very first movie, and is one of his iconic scenes in the film where he single-handedly annihilated the U.S. Saksan military airbase in Qatar, which was very one of the iconic scenes for him. And on the top of the box here, you can see here again, you got the Transformers 15th anniversary logo, Transformers Masterpiece movie series, and you got the Scorponok right there. On the side of the box here, you got the up-close shot of Blackout in robot and helicopter mode, and on the side of the other side of the box, actually, you got the Transformers Movie logo, you got the MPM-13 Decepticon Blackout and Scorponok, because, and obviously he is a Decepticon, and you got the full still shot of Blackout in helicopter mode. And on the back of the box here, you got the various features here of the box, of the figure itself, where you can store Scorponok on the back of Blackout in robot mode, and on the inside of Blackout in helicopter mode. And as you can see, he also does include with 2 miniguns, and you also come with blast effects. Because if I recall this is the first Masterpiece movie series figure to actually come with blast effects. And as you can see, again, you got the in-product shots of Blackout in robot mode with his weapons and in helicopter mode, which he does say Sikorsky because he's the actual licensed Sikorsky MH-53 Payload helicopter. And you got the various features here on his, especially on his forearms right there. It's basically a picture of his forearms here, and where the Gatling gun is actually attached there. But for the packaging about this guy, that's really about it. So without further ado, let's crack him open and see how cool he really is. And here we have the Transformers Masterpiece MPM-13 Decepticon Blackout opened up out of his packaging, and as he comes packaged in his robot mode. And all I can say is, wow. Just wow. I mean, I can't stop enjoying this figure as much as I had with the MPM car bots, as well as Ratchet. I mean, this looks like a character from the movie pulled out of the movie and here into my review station. I'll take a look at the details here, then the accessories. They're going to do some comparisons. They're going to show off the transformation from both robot to vehicle and vehicle to robot. And then in the end of the video, I'll give my final thoughts. Taking a little of a closer look at the details of the figure, here we have the head sculpt. And this is simply amazing looking head sculpt. This is such beautifully recreated for the film, and I love it. In terms of the coloring here, you got mostly it's matte gray color here, which is the main color here that the entire figure is in right now. And in terms of the painting here on the head, you got the dark gray color here, you got the silver here, and you got the yellow here on the top of the eyebrows right there, and eyes are painted red. And the mouth is definitely is beautifully sculpted here. And in terms of the top of his head, where the turbine is right now, where the turbine is housed actually, you got the matte grid over here with the silver here inside, and moving on here to the side here, you got the copper wiring right there, and also it's a metallic silver dry brush here, which is really nicely giving kind of like a metal effect, which is really nice. And also these sections are also beautifully made as well. As we move around here to the back, where it is propeller here, you can see that the really nice and sculpted detail there on the back. And we got the various different types of bolts. And obviously there's giant propeller here up at the back. You can see the traffic lights here. I guess that they're called here with the size of the helicopter. And then also I love the fact that this section here where the engine is, the engine turbine is housed on, is not painted, but it's sculpted. Which I really like. Moving down to the torso section here of Blackout. And this is much more accurate here than the Studio Series. Studio Series 1 was much more of a fat version of it. But I'm glad the Masterpiece here really improved on it. And that's what I really like about it, that it takes on the Studio Series Leader Class mold and improved much of the proportions here, like on the arms, like on the legs, and definitely the arms. The arms are much better improved here. And you got like the crumple section here with the United States Air Force logo right there. The copper wiring detail here with the metallic silver dry wash, much like on the top of looks like on the turbine, and looks like even on the chest itself. And also here on the back of the hand, we got the copper wire, we got some pistons. It kind of looks like there's an axe right there, but that's basically what wire is. And the hand is also beautifully sculpted, which I'm really grateful for. Again, you got the gray color here right there. You got some of the fingers here, and obviously this thumb. And this is, and there's no separating it right there, which I remember correct. If I remember correctly, and I do, this was shown here when he was grabbing the server here in the base itself, when he was attacking the Soxon air base at the top. And the arm kibble, like I said, is much better improved when it compares to the Studio Series later class figure. And the mechanical detail here on the arms is just phenomenal. And then we move on to the crotch section right here. Again, this is much better here than what we saw in the promotional photos here of this figure. As we come down here to the legs, as you can see, you got the knee pads right there. You got the really darker gray color here, and the rest of the color here, just being out of here. And also, you know, some really nice pistons, some chain detailing, some detailing of dry brush, much like the majority of the figure itself. And also these sections here, these circular sections are right here, so are also very nicely sculpted and detailed right there. And I really like it. And moving down here to the feet, and also you can see on the sides of the foot are also brilliantly covered here in silver dry brush right there. And also, and another improvement from the Studio Series leader, if you remember that the Studio Series leader for this figure had the sides of the helicopter as the soles of his feet, and the U.S. Air Force logo comes scratching, and I'm glad that it's actually much better than Blue, and just overall, I mean, this is a brilliant figure by Takara, and this makes me excited to get Bone Crusher even more. If you don't know now, Bone Crusher has just recently been announced, and only now left is obviously Brawl. Then the entire Movie 1 Bayverse Decepticons will be complete. Now, in terms of the robot build size comparison, here we have MPM-13 Blackout alongside the first Bayverse Decepticon masterpiece figure that I ever got, MPM-5 Barricade. And as you can see, Blackout is a monster in terms of the size when it compares to Barricade. And he should be. And obviously, he's a helicopter. Blackout's a helicopter, and Barricade's supposed to be a car. So it definitely makes sense in terms of the size. When it comes to the villain, Bayverse Decepticon, and in terms of another comparison, here we have MPM-13 Blackout once again, alongside the Revenge of the Fallen Leoplast Optimus Prime, specifically moving the best Revenge version here. And as you can see, Blackout is actually still taller than when compared to Optimus. When in terms of the size here, Blackout, he's humongous here in both robot and hero mode. But when compared to Optimus in robot mode, depending on how you chicken leg Blackout here, because he does have some articulation here, double articulation here in the legs itself, especially in the knees, depending on how you chicken leg it. It depends on how you depend Blackout in comparison to Optimus. Now, in terms of the accessories here, it does come with this signature weapon here, that being the spinning rotor weapon, used to slice some of the Autobots and humans here. And as you can see, this is brilliantly replicated here in terms of the paint here. You got the gray color here, you got some metallic silver wash here, and you got some silver color here, which is definitely replicated here on the top here behind his head. And you get two Gatling guns here. We're going to take one for one here because one is pretty identical. You can see it's really nicely sculpted right there. You got some barrels, and you got the clip right there. Just going to use it to plug it onto the full arm. And another one of the accessories here is basically the blast effects, which honestly, I'm not a big fan of these, but you can use it here on to the integrated accessory. You can simply pull out this section here on the inside of the chest and rotate this around and plug it in there just a little bit. It actually reveals this chest kit here, which is also sold in the Studio Series. And you can plug in here on the last effect here, kind of look like the chest cannon inspiring some missiles, which is pretty cool if you wanted to. Now, in terms of the implementation of the accessories that I showed just now, in terms of the rotor weapon here, you can come around here onto the back of his hand. There's a little hook right there. There's a little peg right there. Slot it in and pinch the hand back away. So you can do a little bit of clearance, so you can rotate. And that's how I have it displayed here like this. And this is how I'm going to display him in robot mode here with the weapon. Like this. Now, in terms of the implementation of the machine guns, you can again come around here to the forearm. See the little tab right there. It doesn't slot. So you can flip it in here. So you can fire up some Autobots right there. And if you don't wish to use them, you can come around here onto the bottom here of the legs itself. You can see I can make that slot right there. And then you can clip it over here on the side of the legs itself. There we go. And you can do the same thing with the other as well. Now, in terms of the other accessories, which more or less is his own independent character, that being the inclusion of Scorponok. Now, in terms of and there's a little bit of a transformation here for Scorponok. So to do that, you have to unpick the tail just a little bit. Straight it out here just a little bit so you can get a sticker right there. Pull the arms out just a little bit. There, his head faces his head out. And there you have Scorponok. And Scorponok is, again, much like Blackout himself, is really brilliantly replicated here in terms of the details and in terms of the accuracy to the film. And as you can see, he's mostly gold color here. You've got the turbine section here right there. And that face. Look at that face. And those nasty, gnarly teeth. And you got the stinger claws right there. You got the eyes. Deadly red eyes. And the belly here is die-cast metal here, which is pretty cool. And in terms of the articulation, the head can move up and down, just like I showed you. You can rotate here just a little bit, side to side, but a mic hop is a little bit tight, but it won't stop. It's really big for me. I rotate the head. Now, in terms of the articulation of the arms, you can move here like this at the elbow. And you can also move here at the shoulder section. And the legs here are pretty much conjoined here. But what I like about the fact here, you can orientate the legs like this. So you can replicate where he crawls around in any way you so choose. Choose here where he's going to walk around and take down some of the military soldiers here before they escape from the base attack. And in terms of the tail articulation here, you go backwards and you go forwards, and the tail here, the stinger tail here is on the ball joint, and it's really amazing looking detail here in this Scorponok. Now we're focused on articulation on Blackout himself. And one thing I almost forgot about Scorponok here is, if you remember in the movie, Scorponok actually projected out of Blackout here. And that's exactly how you're going to store him here on the back here in robot mode as well. On the other side of Scorponok here, here you got the little slot right there. And there's a little tab at the back of Blackout. Where you can store the Scorponok. It's just the student slot right there. There we go. And there's Scorponok here on the back of Blackout. Or if you wish to get about here, like I had, so you can do that as well. Just wanted to mention about this. So now moving on to Blackout's articulation. In terms of his articulation here for robot mode here, starting out with the head, it's on the ball joint here, so we can rotate left to right. Down. Side to side right there. Shoulders now in and out. Friction joint. And the up and down here. Friction joint. You got the bicep swivel. Ratchet joint at the elbow, which ends up to 90 degrees. The hands. Check this out. He has waist articulation. I don't know if he could probably do 360, but the fact that he has a waist articulation is definitely much better improvement here when it compares to the Studio Series Police. And he can pull out the character pose to him. He's mostly known. As we come around here to the legs, the skirt can move out of the way, so you can rotate the leg, hip, your back and forth, and then on the strong ratchet joint, and in and out ratchet joint. There's a little bit of a softening here, and then there's a thigh swivel right there, and you have a double joint knees here, one here at the upper knee, and also here on the double knee itself. And as we come around into the ankles, lastly, they can move up and down to the ratchet joint here for the transformation purposes, and also they can move side to side. So as far as the articulation, accuracy to the film, and the details are concerned, I really do believe that this is one of the best MPM figures that I ever had to date, second only to Ratchet. Now taking a look at MPM-13 Blackout in his helicopter mode, as you saw through the transformation, it was very complex, as it fits for a masterpiece figure. But it results in an amazing looking robot mode and equally awesome looking vehicle mode right there. And as you can see, Blackout here in vehicle mode is massive. Like it wasn't really big enough in robot mode. Now for the details here, taking a look at the front, you can see some translucent windows right there, which reveals the chest details here for robot mode. We got the green pieces right there on the top. You got the Decepticon symbol right there. You got the 4500X. You got the fuel rod, which articulates. And you can see here on the window here, which has the yellow pin striping. You can see it says rescue right there. And it also has names of the pilots right there. And you can see where the side windows are right there. Also, they're painted in black, which is really, really nice. You got the United States Air Force logo right there. You got the no hand hold, danger keep away, USA 4500X, and obviously his name. Which, if I remember right, the Studio Series Lethal Class figure has the entire tail rotor section as his weapon, which was pretty dumb, to be honest. To be honest, for me. But I'm really glad that this is not the weapon. This is the main weapon here, and I like the fact that for the transformation here, his iconic weapon, I mean, spinning rotor blade, integrates here into the main rotors here for the helicopter mode, which is really nice. And obviously, you can see the back rotor hits super freely, as so can the main one. And come around here to the other side, it's obviously all the same details here, of course. And obviously, you see the indicator lights right there. And the improvement over the Studio Series version is that the landing gear here can roll freely, and they're a pin. But sadly, they cannot retract, but it's okay. And as we come around here to the underside, this is one of the major improvements that obliterates the Studio Series version for this. The entire underside of the helicopter was exposed in the Studio Series version, but in the Masterpiece figure, it's not. It's completely filled out. You can see that some panel lines here for the actual armor here of the helicopter itself, and just pretty cool here. And now for some weapon storage here, you can open the hatch here, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, there are some slots right there. There's some angle taps here, and one tap here combined one, two, which can be used to store Scorponok here. And as you can see, the underside of Scorponok, it has a tab hole right there, which is going to go into there. And these slots here on the underside here of his arms are going to peg into right there. So just be careful. Align those pegs and slots properly, just a little bit. Just a little bit right there. And there we go. And then you can close up the hatch and store Scorponok very seamlessly. Now, in terms of the storage here for the guns, you can come around here to the underside once again. And as you can see, you got a little slap right there. It's basically same here for the second Gatling gun here. You can put it in right here on the underside, like so. Do the same thing here for the top for the other gun. Just align it properly right there. And there you go. There you have all of Blackout's accessories, even including this rotor weapon here, brilliantly stored away like so. But overall, this is a brilliant looking helicopter boat. And I love the way, again, the main weapon integrates here into the rotor blades of the helicopter itself. In terms of the vehicle boat size comparison here we have MPM-13 Blackout alongside Ratchet and Barricade here. And as you can see, Barricade is very small here than the humongous Blackout here in his helicopter boat. I mean, it should be. Like the police cars are smaller than the military helicopters here. And when it comes to Ratchet right there, Blackout's rotor here it's almost touching, and almost to full touches Ratchet's rooftop right there. I mean, and he is even longer in vehicle mode. Now for other comparisons, here he is next to Titan's Return Octane and Blitzwing, and then here he is next to Siege Voyager Springer and Really Dirty Voyager Sandstorm. So, some of my final thoughts here on this Transformers masterpiece, MPM-13 Decepticon Blackout with Scorponok. Overall, it is an amazing and fan-freaking-tastic masterpiece figure that I ever got. Starting off with the robot mode, much like the Studio Series version, it is completely faithful here to how it appeared in the movie. I love the accessories here, especially the Gatling guns here, and especially his spinning rotor weapon here. The blast effects that he comes with are okay. Probably not going to display him with it too much though. But inclusion of Scorponok here is just the icing on the cake. The way he looks, and the way he can orientate the legs to how he can crawl, much like he did in the film, is much fantastic. And the improved articulation can get you some poses like this with this guy. And the transformation, once you get the hang of it, once or twice, too many times. And speaking of the transformation here, is it's complex, which is befitting for a masterpiece figure. But like I said, once you get the hang of it, once or twice, or many times, you'll find it very much intuitive and very much fun. And talking about the vehicle mode is humongous, much like it was in the film. And an improvement over the Studio Series version, he can roll pretty much nicely with the pin-on landing gear, which can roll pretty well. And the underside is the biggest improvement over the Studio Series version. If you remember in the Studio Series version, the underside of the Blackout here in helicopter mode was pretty much hollow. Well, on this masterpiece figure here, it's pretty much filled out. But overall, I highly recommend this figure. If you're a bigger fan of the Michael Bay movies like I am, or if you're a bigger fan of Transformers in general, then this is absolutely a must-have. And this figure makes me gradually excited for Bone Crusher even more. I thank you so much all for watching, and until my next review, until all are one. Thanks for watching.